How are we doing there, boys and girls? Manthieus here. Welcome back to another video. So the War Within Early Access is about to go live, probably by the time this video is live at least anyway. And one of the very first things most players are going to look at doing is spending a little bit of time leveling. Now, if you're watching this, I'm going to assume you're a bit of a goblin anyway, and you like to be able to make a bunch of gold. And some of this will be news that you know, but some of this may be new to you, and I hope this can help you make that little bit of gold whilst you are leveling. My advice to everybody is get to level 80 before you do anything too serious with your professions. Mostly because you want to get to level 80 to unlock adventure mode. Unlocking adventure mode will activate the level scaling throughout all the new zones. It will make it much easier for your alts to roll in and do the things that they need to do. It will help you with world quests. It will help you with rep grinds. Get a character to 80. That's probably my recommendation, my highest recommendation. But on that journey to 80, it's probably going to take you a few hours, and you might as well be doing some wombo combo. You might as well be trying to make that little bit of gold whilst you do it. So you're going to spawn roughly in this sort of area, in the western part of the Isle of Dawn. We only need to take a small little trip. Can we make this map a little bit bigger then, maybe? Okay, we can make the map a little bit bigger. There we go. We need to make the small trip to Dornogal. The little castle on your map will show you where Dornogal is. This is your new capital city. If you've not been playing on the beta, you'll live here. Trust me. So we ignore everything that's going on here. We're going to go pick up a couple of professions. Now, let's talk about what professions you might pick up first. Historically, firm favourites for making some gold whilst leveling is herbalism and mining. Still, very good option. Herbs are always worth a lot. Ore is always worth a lot. And you can most definitely make a whole bunch of gold. But because it's the most old school, tried and tested way of doing it, you often find that herbs and ore in the first couple of days are also very competitive markets. So I'm going to provide you with a couple of other alternatives. So this is Dornogal. This is going to be your new capital city. You'll get acquainted in this little zone pretty quickly. But it's usually around the edges of the foregrounds to where the profession trainer stuff is. And we're going to talk about two professions. We're going to start off with Inscription. Inscription, believe it or not, is a really good profession to pick up whilst leveling. For one simple reason, darkmoon cards. Scribes don't make darkmoon cards anymore. Instead, we have to find darkmoon cards. So this means that it acts as a bit of a gathering system in a way. And if you're out in the open world, doing some delves, doing the campaign, doing some leveling, completing some quests, whatever, just by having Inscription should give you the ability to stumble across a bunch of darkmoon cards. It's the ace through till 8. And of course, ultimately, they're going to be very valuable in the first few days and weeks of the expansion. The entire decks need the full ace through till 8. They create 557 bind on equip trinkets. Chances are through your leveling path you may not be able to put together a whole deck, but of course the concept here is you might find a few cards that go towards it and you can sell those on the auction house. So Inscription, definitely good to have a little bit of a play with whilst you're leveling. The second one that I want to give you a little bit of a heads up to, something that's new for the War Within, is actually Tailoring. You head over to the Tailoring trainer. Maybe I should have showcased these on the map for you. They're all in this sort of like J-shaped area of just north of the foregrounds. The Tailoring trainer will teach you tailoring as long as you are at least level 68. And tailoring also kind of acts a little bit like a gathering profession. New for the War Within. Tailors are the only people that are going to be gathering cloth. This may or may not have a big impact on how the cloth market plays out. It might make the price of cloth that little bit more valuable, and it will also mean that there might be a bit of a shortage of it if there's not too many tailors leveling up. So tailoring becomes a good option. And you can go a bit deeper with tailoring even still. When you first learn tailoring, you'll only be able to find weaver cloth, which is your default basic cloth in the War Within. There's two extra versions of cloth that tailors are going to care about. Duskweave and Dawnweave. these you actually have to spec into. Now, I'm not able to show you this in-game because you need to first level up to 25 first. But if you do gather a little bit of cloth whilst leveling, maybe choose to level up tailoring a little bit, maybe choose to then unlock from dusk until dawn, there are 2 tailoring cloths, scraps of dawn weave and scraps of dusk weave that can be unlocked with these nodes. You are going to need to find 30 knowledge points and level up to skill 25 in tailoring though to unlock these. But I have a sneaky suspicion that average Joe is not going to be particularly aware of this. It will be up to the goblins out there to make sure that they are finding all of the cloth, and tailors are going to need a whole bunch of this as soon as they want to start leveling up their professions and making some fancy stuff. So, how do you go about getting 30 skill points? How do you go about getting your professions leveled up? Well, I have now also finished my full 1 to 100 profession guides here on YouTube. I'll leave a link to the playlist down below. Every profession I can guide you through leveling it up to skill 100. And I do it in a cost-effective way as well. So that's a bonus. Secondly, once you've reached skill 25, shouldn't take you much cloth or much resources to do that. You are going to need some knowledge points. As I said, you need 30 knowledge points to unlock both of these nodes. You do unlock the first one after, I think, 10 skill points. Is it going to show me on this? In fact, no, that's a lie. You unlock the first one, potentially without any skill points being spent into it. I'm pretty sure the Wowhead calculator on this is wrong. I think it's 5 points to unlock the first Spectre, but you guys will let me know in the comments down below. You need 30 points to unlock both, but you may very quickly be able to unlock just the one. And the best way to go about getting a whole bunch of early knowledge points for any of the professions is to go and pick up some of the treasures. 2 treasures located in all 4 zones, and luckily my Goblin Guide, plenty of videos on YouTube. Wowhead have a really good article on this that even has waypoints. There's plenty of places on the internet where you can find out the location of these treasures. And if you go and collect all 8 of them, that's worth 24 knowledge points. You get 24 knowledge points here, craft 6 things with tailoring to get up to skill 25. You should then have a little bit of a powerhouse build for whilst you do some leveling. You'll be gathering 3 different variations of cloth, and if you take Inscription as well, there's the chance of also finding darkmoon cards on your way. All pretty much for free. This is the luxury of picking up some gathering professions. So give that a go. Enjoy the early fun that is early access. If you are waiting a few days until the expansion goes properly live on the 26th, then bear this in mind for when you do some leveling in a few days. But if you're jumping into early access, you can probably get going with it right away. So I'll leave it there. Go enjoy the new expansion. I can't believe it's here already. I'm really looking forward to it. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, boys and girls. Consider subscribing if you're new around here, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.